All right, I want to welcome everybody to the Hashing Ad Space minting update. We're going to review the minting system, the new minting system that was just debuted on Friday, February 5th, 2021. We're going to review kind of some of the behind the scenes stuff, provide you with some links, and then at the end, we'll do a question and answer if there are some things that we didn't address in the system. One of the things I want to emphasize is as you're going through the process to get set up, make sure that you follow the instructions specifically. I've got to have a page here that you'll be able to reference. Luke has sent out multiple emails about, how to get started. There's even a written guide that you can look at the pictures and things like that. But I'll try and provide you an overabundance of resources that you can reference. So we're going to get started here. And again, fully launched on Friday, February 5th. And here's that link that I told you about. So it's at bit.ly/HAS minting update -2-10-21. And you're going to say, Clint, what's that? What that is these slides that you are seeing. Okay. So by marking that, by grabbing that redirect, the bit.ly redirect, you'll be able to access every single thing that I'm showing you here today. And I'll pull this back up again at the end of the presentation. Again, the purpose is I'll be referencing some links and, maybe in addition to this recording that of course will be on the YouTube channel for Hashing Ad Space, perhaps this is a good way for you to have just another resource to help make this simple. Because as people grow, remember, we're building a community here. We want you to share this with other people, and it's our job to help you make it as simple as possible to your team. Okay, so now let's kind of review what this new minting system is. One, this is just so cool. When I first heard about this in the early development stages, you're going to hold your Asimi tokens in your Waves wallet. So the Waves wallet is a decentralized cryptocurrency wallet system. You will hold your Asimi tokens in your own wallet. There's no need to deposit to Hashing Ad Space in order to earn or mint. You always have 100% liquidity, okay? Some of my team members, some of the groups that I'm working with, they've got their Asimi, but they're trading, okay? When there's a big demand for Asimi, they're selling. When it comes back down, they're buying. And during that whole process, when the system reads your wallet, that's how much you earn on for that day. So it's really, really cool. Now you can earn by minting with as little as 100 Asimi. Whoops, I realized I need to check my spell check there on Asimi, but you know what I'm talking about. Now, I would strongly, again, the system is set up to allow you to start for as little as 100 Asimi, but I would strongly, strongly, strongly encourage you to have at least 200 to 500 Asimi in order to make at least enough money to cover some of the very, very small costs that are involved, okay? And we will explain this. You will get paid daily for minting direct to your Waves wallet, okay? So again, the Waves wallet is a decentralized platform. You'll have your Asimi token in there, and it means automated minting compounding, okay? This is really cool. In the old system, when you had to have $100 worth of Asimi to stake, that, kind of precluded a lot of people from being able to participate. $100 is a lot of money for some people around the world, a lot of money to me, a lot of money to you, I'm sure too. But then there was not much compounding because it took a long time to accumulate enough Asimi in order to acquire another stake. In this new system, your daily minting earnings are paid direct to your Asimi wallet at Waves. That means you have that much more. Even if it's a tiny bit more, you have that much more that you'll be able to compound. Now, I wanted to kind of show you, this is my, the earnings that I got paid last night. Actually, West Coast time is a little bit after midnight. So you want to come in here into your Waves wallet, click on transactions, transfers, and received. And you'll see February 10th, I received Asimi, and I don't want to disclose all my info, but you can see here that I received Asimi this morning, and now my balance is up by a little bit more. I will then be compounding on that amount. So you can see, and I wanted to, Luke suggested, I think it's a great idea, to show you this is happening, okay? This beautiful, wonderful system of paying you directly to your wallet is absolutely working. Now, how does this all work? There's the site viewing requirements. Again, when you mint here at Hashing Ad Space, this is an advertising income community. When you mint, you're actually viewing some ads. All right. By doing that, you then earn your portion of the new Asimi created every day. So there'll be a minimum of 3, 4, 5 for everybody to qualify to earn for that day. Now, here's the part that's really good. There'll be a maximum of approximately 50. Sometimes it's a little bit more, sometimes it's a little bit less, even for some of the people that have huge amounts of Asimi, okay? This is very important because we don't want to have a degradation of the quality of eyeballs looking at ads. Because remember, the ads you're viewing, people are paying into the community for those ads. So we want to make sure that the quality ads are very good. I want to make sure everybody's understanding that the minting is all or none. So once you start your minting process for the day, make sure you finish it. If, you know, maybe your spouse or your significant other calls you for dinner, or, you know, your kid needs help with the homework, don't forget to go back and finish, okay? Because it's all or none. And you want to make sure that you get paid every single day. So how does this work? Now, 17,438 tokens are created. They're minted into existence every day. Now, the new system is allocated the Asimi to you based on how many tokens are in your registered Waves wallet. And again, Waves is a token, but when I say Waves wallet, I'm talking about the Asimi in the Waves wallet, just like you would a blockchain wallet, an Exodus wallet, etc. This is in your Waves wallet. So, for example, if you had 0.01% of the registered tokens, you'd receive about 1 3/4 Asimi. That means that if you're staking, let's say about, or registering about 1,000 or so Asimi tokens, you're going to receive about 1 3/4 tokens. Those are just ballpark numbers, and I'm going to show you some math in just a second. I just want to give you a feel for what's happening here, and I'm going to show you some math in a minute. What you earn daily isn't a huge amount, but this is compounding. This is accumulating an asset that has a fixed cap on it. Just like Bitcoin will only ever have 21 million, Asimi will only ever have 67 million, and some of those have even been burned so already. So every single day, folks, you can accumulate more Asimi, which is really exciting. Now, this is a screenshot from a back office. And again, where you want to see how much Asimi company-wide is registered on the dashboard, you'll see company-wide verified balances. I put the red arrow in there, but when I grabbed this, it was 8.675. So 8,675,370 Asimi have been registered, and as long as those people mint, they will get a piece of it. That's the number you kind of want to be monitoring, so you can kind of see or get a feel for how much you could be earning. All right, I just wanted to point that out. Now, here's an example. Let's say right now, okay, today there was 8.6 million registered. Let's say over the next few weeks and months, it's 12 million. I just want to show you what the math is. That would return a yield of 0.145% a day. Now, that may not seem like a lot, but that's 53% a year. Now, we know what you're earning in banks is less than 1%. The difference is banks are guaranteed. Of course, your earnings here in Asimi are absolutely not guaranteed. This is a speculative opportunity. But the key is, folks, is that you're accumulating every single day. All right. And what makes this exciting is that compounding at the same time. And I want to be very clear on this because it's super important. Your yield, that 0.145% in this example, I'm not saying you're going to get it. I'm not saying anything. I just want to show you the math. But the yield is enhanced dramatically in an appreciating market. Okay. So this is based on the Asimi at this price. And as you're receiving Asimi, if it is going up in value, which I personally believe it will substantially, your rate of return, your return you're getting will be substantially higher. Okay. So you're into something. And like I said, we'll do a deep dive in this in a future webinar as to how to calculate the earnings, what happens as the price appreciates, and some other strategies for you. Now, I want to remember that there's other ways to add to your income in addition to minting. And this is super important, okay? The big one, folks, the big one is mint referral earnings. Every time you refer somebody and they mint, just like you're doing, you're going to earn 10% of their earnings. Now, that may not seem like a lot. So let's say you have someone that's earning, let's say 10 Asimi a day, you'll earn 1 Asimi a day. But guess what? All right. First of all, we hope and we believe that will be appreciating. Secondly, that happens every day. You did the work up front. You get the benefits, I'll say, forever. Think of it like an annuity, all right? As you get closer to retirement age, which is kind of, my age group and the baby boomers, an annuity is something that you purchase. It's something that you purchase, and then you get monthly payments from it. That's an annuity. That's what you're doing here. It's kind of like an effort annuity. You make a referral. As long as that person continues to mint daily, you earn. This is huge. And again, we'll probably cover that in greater detail because it is for a lifetime. Don't forget V to earn, or the V to E, which is view to earn earnings, survey income, and the new Asimi games. Those are all things that you can do. Surveys are not available in all countries, but where they are, they're really good. But remember, the referral earnings are lifetime, and they're paid, as I said, on V to E, survey, and advertising sales. Okay, so you can earn more Asimi in the V to E, the survey, and the Asimi games, and you get referral earnings in each of these also. Okay, just quick note on the advertising sales, the Mint ad sales and the banner ad sales. Those are 50% commissions. And when we're trading here, folks, below 10 cents, you make even a $20 sale. That's like getting 10 bucks worth of Asimi for no cost. And below 10 cents here, that's a lot of Asimi that could be worth a lot of money. So make sure you continue to share the hashing ad space opportunity. So let's talk about the process. How do we go about doing this? All right. First of all, you're going to register the Waves wallet where you'll hold your Asimi. This is really quite simple. You want to deposit at least 0.05 of a Waves token. Remember, Waves is a wallet, but Waves is also a token or a coin. You can deposit as few as 0.05, but we recommend depositing 1/4 to 1 Waves token. Now, what is the purpose of this? The cost of you receiving your Asimi every day is 0.001 wave. Now, that may not seem like much, okay? But when you've got thousands and tens of thousands of people that hashing ad space is paying, that could become a very expensive hard cost. So what Luke and the team are doing is having us all deposit a little bit of Waves to cover, because each minting payout is 0.01 Waves, and it could really be expensive. So Waves is trading around 10 bucks. It's been as low as 6 in the last few weeks, and I think as high as 12 or 13. So a Wave token, a half a Wave token deposited would cover well over a year of daily payouts. Okay, that's 5 bucks. Now, for some people, I understand that's a lot of money, but for a lot of people, just deposit 1/4 or a half or a full Wave, you're done. All right, that's what I did. I deposited a half a Wave. I'm done for a year and a half. All my payouts are covered. All right. Now, again, valuable reference links. This is where you want to remember this, okay? So there's the slide deck link. This slide presentation, you could go look at it in the future to see what's going on. And here's what you want to do. You start by navigating to the minting dashboard, and then here's the overview video. Again, you don't need to scramble and write this down because you'll have these slides. So there's an Asimi minting overview video. There's a dashboard video, a setup instructions, it's a video, and a written getting started guide. So this page you're looking at here right now, folks, make sure that you have it for quick access. All right, Luke's done a phenomenal job in providing the information you need to get started and, kind of self-moderate, if you will, or, find out where you're having some problems, troubleshoot. And these are great, great, great videos to have. All right, so what's the actual process? Well, the first day, you register your Asimi Waves wallet. The best way to do that is by depositing that, a 1/10 or a 1/4 or a half of a Wave. You do that from the wallet that you want to have registered and where you're going to hold all of your Asimi. The next day, the wallet balance will be displayed in your hashing ad space members area. Okay, so again, let's be clear. What we're doing is linking your Waves.Asimi wallet and connecting and validating it so that the system at Hashing Ad Space sees it. Now, I want to be very clear on this. It can take 24 to 48 hours for your wallet to be read and for it to show up in the display. So if you validate your wallet today, if you do your registration and deposit, let's say the 10th of a wave, okay, it may not be, today's Wednesday, you may not see your balance until Friday, okay? It should be the next day, but if it's not, it's just because of how the system is working. So 24 to 48 hours, you should see the balance in your wallet. The next day, your minting limits will be displayed and the minting begins. All right. So the day after your wallet balance is there, you will then show your, you'll be shown your minting limits, meaning how many pages you have to view, and you begin your minting. Again, I want to remind you, make sure, and it says it in the instructions, make sure that you have toggled the little button that says minting system on. All right, you want to make sure that's on, otherwise the system won't know to come to do that. All right, then the next day the mint earnings are calculated, and the following day the mint earnings are paid. All right, and these, like I said, these things are happening as you move forward, and it could be an additional day in there if the wallet balance doesn't display right away. All right, now in the instructions that I previously showed you, this is a very, 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 very good graphical display of the system and the timing. And remember, once you start minting, even though you haven't been paid to your wallet, it takes a day or two, you still want to make sure you mint. So once you're in your back office and it says minting required, make sure you do that every day, because you don't want to miss out on the Asimi that you're getting. And that pretty much is it, okay? So remember, it's completely liquid proof of stake minting earnings, totally passive income, and substantial lifetime earnings from referrals too. And again, I apologize for the header here. I meant to change that over to the new minting system has launched on February 5th. I didn't get that header for a few of these pages done. I do apologize. So again, we've got a tremendous system here that is passive, completely liquid minting earnings. And this is a major sea change, because people can get started for just a few hundred Asimi and just a little tiny bit of Waves tokens, and you can compound. This is a massive sea change, not only for you, but for the community, but it's also a sea change for the quality of the ads that we're selling to advertisers. And those are the ads that you're looking at. Okay, so I want to thank you for what you've done to help us grow to nearly 500,000 registered members. And truly, 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 the best is yet to come. Now, here's the link again. So for this slide deck, it's bit.ly /HAS minting update -2-10-21. And we can take some questions now. So I appreciate everybody for coming in. Let me undo the share. And if anybody has any questions, we can answer them. I hope that all made sense. And like I said, we are recording this, and we're recording the Q&A too. And we'll work to have this uploaded hopefully today. All right.
Hi, Clint. I have a question.
Yes, sir.
If you do the view to earn, goes the Asimi also straight to the Waves wallet?
No, the view to earn is paid directly to your Hashing Ad Space wallet. Okay, so then you would have to withdraw that. But that's a good question. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Good question. Let's see here.
Hi, Clint. Can you guys hear me loud and clear here? I might
yep, I can hear you good.
If you can. Awesome. Well, just before we get to another question, I just wanted to firstly say thanks to everyone for joining us here and for really getting behind the new minting system. It's been a big, like you said, sea change in our system. It's a fundamental change to the way that we really do business when it comes to minting and comes to Asimi, and something that we have been working towards literally since the first day. This has always been part of the concept. So it's been a big moment for us to roll it out and to really see people getting behind it and enjoying it as well. I think that it's fulfilling our mission a lot, which is to help people succeed in their online business, whether that's advertising or earning. You know, that's always been what we've been trying to do. And now with the new minting system, it's really given that confidence to people to be able to earn from home without having to surrender their funds. And so I just wanted to say that because, excuse me, because for us from the admin side of it, that's a lot of the reason that we went to this. And it's great to see that the community is enjoying it as well. And so it's something that I think we're going to see a lot of success for people not only earning, but it's also going to be better for our advertisers, and it's going to be better for the whole community knowing that they control the funds and they really are participating in a business that is built with the community in mind. So I just wanted to add that to the end of your presentation there, Clint, and I'm happy to answer any questions as well as they come in, if anyone has some.
Excellent. Yeah, there's a couple of questions in here. The first question is from Karen, and it says, how are the number of ads to mint allocated? It's basically not a complicated algorithm, but the more Asimi that you have in your wallet that's registered, the more ads you'll have to mint. And again, the minimum is 3, 4, or 5, depending on, you know, the algorithm, and a maximum of 50. But in general, the more Asimi you have registered, the more ads that you need to view. I hope that made sense. Luke, did you want to clarify that at all?
Yeah, I can elaborate on that as well, Clint, if you like. Yeah, so like Clint says, basically, we're looking at a few different variables now to allocate your ad minting limit. First off, we look at the amount of participants. So how many minters are there? And we have allocated this new minimum limit that we didn't have necessarily before. The minimum limit is based upon profitability of minting. So how much money do you actually make when you mint ads? And the more money you make, the more or higher that minimum ad limit will increase. And this is company-wide. So if everyone's making a huge amount of money minting, then you'll see that slowly increase. That's basically increasing productivity along with profits. Now, if profits are falling, and we know this happens with the market up and down, then you'll see that minimum ad view limit decrease slightly. And so that is a variable that we've built into the system to really sort of adjust to market conditions. So we've got that minimum limit, we've got the amount of participants, and then based on that, we know how many ads we need to deliver to Hashing Ad Space for that day. And then they are allocated based on your percentage of how much Asimi you have compared to everyone else that owns Asimi in their own wallets within Hashing Ad Space as well, or outside of Hashing Ad Space, but with those connected minting wallets. So it's dynamic and it will change almost every day. It could change potentially on who's there, how much they have in there, and whether or not that minimum ad view limit changes. But you will notice, I think the biggest takeaway there is that it is significantly less to what it was. So anyone that was minting before, you will have seen a very positive change there where your ad view requirement is really very manageable. We're looking at, your average minter minting around about 10 ads for a day. The minimum at the moment is 4. And like Clint says, the maximum, or not the maximum, but the upper range for our very top minter is around about, I think it was 54 the other day. So that minter is earning significant amount of Asimi. So you'll be anywhere within that scale, and you need to complete that minting requirement, like Clint said in the presentation. And by doing that, you become qualified for earnings, and then you get paid on that. So I hope that makes sense.
Excellent. Yeah, and to kind of follow up on that, Colin's got a great question. He says, we're required to watch less ads. That's great, but is this not bad for Hashing Ad Space sales and less ad views for advertisers? It's the system that these guys came up with. Again, it was in development, and then Luke brought me in for some feedback. It was such a simple solution, and I was just blown away. In essence, what is happening, Colin and everybody, is that the top minters have to mint less, but the smaller minter has to mint more. And so it picks up that difference. So everybody, the minimum is 3 or 4 views. And since there's a ton of people that have 300, 500, 1,000 Asimi, they're making up for the really big minters that otherwise would have to mint as many as the maximum, which was 500. The ancillary benefit is that you don't have someone like some of our top minters that have to slog through 500 views. They now are capped at that 50-ish range, which means the chances of them taking action on those ads is better, and that's a quality set of eyeballs. So I hope that made sense. Luke, did you want to expound on that at all?
Yeah, I guess I can just elaborate again there. So basically, Colin, initially we had that exact same thought process. And with the numbers that we've learned monitoring both the view to earn system and the ad minter system, we've come to find that it is actually more beneficial, like Clint said, to reduce the amount of ads that somebody has to view in order to increase the ad view value, because the person isn't so tired of watching ads, and increase the audience that person can display their ads to. What we've done is, like Clint said, we're allocating a lot more ads into that lower range where there's a lot more participants. And so you actually increase the audience, which has become, it's more valuable for the advertiser, and they're not wasting impressions on somebody that maybe has already seen their ad several times or something like that. And so we actually believe, it's the early days, but we believe that not only will the ad view value increase, but advertising sales for the ad minter will increase because of the revitalized and growing audience in the ad minter as well. So I hope that makes sense.
Good. Yeah. Now we've got another question that says, since Asimi is based on waves, can the Asimi ever have more value than waves? A couple of things with that. Asimi is not based on waves per se. Asimi is in, and I know it's kind of confusing. There's a waves wallet, again, like Exodus or Atomic or Blockchain or Free Wallet. It's a wallet. Within that wallet are different coins and tokens like Asimi, and Waves also is a token. The Waves token is required to transact and transfer within the system. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that the Asimi isn't based on the Waves token in any way, shape, or form. However, I'll answer your question and tell you that on a personal basis, I don't expect it to happen, but I wouldn't be completely shocked if at some point in time over the years that the Asimi token does trade at a higher level. But I don't want to take that as a projection or anything. But you're building something very special here, folks, okay? Every single day, there's more people joining the hashing ad space community. Every single day, the community needs more Asimi to do things like play games or buy advertising or deposit it to Mint. And there's only going to be a little less than 67 million. So over the course of the time, absolutely, Asimi can trade higher, and whether or not it'll trade higher than the Waves token, I don't really know. But that's a good question. And I know it gets confusing talking about the Waves wallet and the Waves token. So I hope that explained a little bit. Next question is, when setting up the minting system, is there any verification required? The only verification to set up the minting process and the minting, the Asimi validation is just what we talked. The best way to do it is to deposit from your registration wallet the minimum required waves. Again, I would recommend at least 0.1 or 0.25 waves. That will validate your wallet. Now, as far as there's no KYC at that point in the process, KYC, know your customer. However, to withdraw, there is a simple KYC process that does need to go through to make sure that you are who you are, and it's just part of the process. Do you want to expand on that at all, Luke, the KYC?
Yeah, sure. So yes, I see the question. I mean, this is a big question for a lot of people. If I earn Asimi tokens, will I ever get to actually have them and benefit from them and buy shopping with the money that I make from them, right? That's a big question for a lot of people. And I think KYC sometimes stands in the way of people's decision-making because of that fear. And the new minting system has really removed a lot of that. So simply put, to mint, you don't need KYC. And if you have Waves in your Waves wallet, your Asimi tokens, there's no KYC at Waves either. So in theory, you can do that process without KYC. Now, HashingAdSpace still reserves the right to request KYC of any member at any time, depending on what it is, for any reason, okay? And it's important that I say that, because that is the way, that's in our terms and conditions, and it's a legal requirement of us as a company. There's absolutely nothing we can do about that. I know people don't want to do it. I don't want to do it when I use other services either, but it's really is truly just a legal requirement. So we have that in place. But simply put, if you want to get into minting, you know someone that wants to get into minting, they can create a Waves wallet with no KYC. They can join HashingAdSpace as a free member with no KYC. They can put Asimi in their Waves wallet and connect it with no KYC, and they can get paid directly to their Waves wallet, still with no KYC. Okay, but there is a potential at some point that we would request KYC for some other reason. And in that event, and this is probably the most confidence building part of the whole new system, in the event that we did require KYC of somebody who was minting Asimi tokens, then that would have zero effect on that person's Asimi token ownership, because they control their Asimi tokens in their own Waves wallet. So even if we requested KYC at HashingAdSpace and they refused to give the KYC, they would still own all of their Asimi tokens. It's not that we would ever be able to hold them or restrict them or anything like that. And so I think that that's a lot of the reason that there's this renewed confidence and trust in the HashingAdSpace system, because of the fact that you own your tokens anyway. And so the company really can't control or keep or any of that. And I think what's very, very interesting that we've seen over the last couple of weeks is we have paid several million Asimi tokens out in withdrawals in the last couple of weeks. Millions and millions of Asimi tokens have been paid. And yet the Asimi price has gone up, right? And this was a big fear of a lot of people for the entire journey of HashingAdSpace, is that if we give all of the Asimi tokens to people, then what will happen with the market? What's happened with the market is the market's gone up because people truly now feel that they're more comfortable with the fact that they own and control their assets. And so that has been, it's a really good proof of the concept. And I think that hopefully as time goes on, we'll see more people understanding that there's less restrictions there and they can participate in the minting, which one is the most profitable thing to do at HashingAdSpace. And two, they really can own their own tokens. And like Clint said at the start, they've got full liquidity. They can buy and sell and whatever they want with their tokens. So hopefully that's a long way of answering your question there, but it's a really important point actually that a lot of people are asking, or they have in the back of their mind, because it is a point of difference to a lot of other companies out there. It's a lot of the catalyst for why we created the new minting system in the first place, was so that you didn't have to surrender your tokens or your assets or your funds to a company, because we've seen so many companies fail and steal people's money, right? It's really an unfortunate truth that happens in the online marketplace. And so we wanted to set ourselves apart from that and say, you know what? Not only are we a legitimate business with a proven model that's based on sound economic principles, so we're doing it very differently to those companies in the first place, but we're also not even going to ask you to deposit funds. And you can earn every single day as a result of just owning and participating with HashingAdSpace. So really exciting change, and something that I'm certainly passionate about, as you can probably hear. But yeah, hopefully that answers the question.
Yeah, great answer, and I appreciate the extension on that, because I knew you had a little bit more information on that. Look, that's great. I also want to just kind of toss out a comment here, folks, that the people talk about the value of Asimi, and it is very exciting that just at the point when all this Asimi is withdrawn from HashingAdSpace and put into wallets where it could be sold, not only are people not selling, they're buying more, and that is really exciting. And I want people have asked, and it's not really a question, but I'm going to answer it anyway. What drives the price of Asimi? Well, obviously more buying than selling. But think about the fact, and this is what's so exciting, folks, you have the ability to have an impact on the price of Asimi. I don't mean going out and promoting it and things like that, which you should. But what I'm saying is by telling other people about this wonderful community, by telling people that it's safe, you get paid directly to your wallet, you hold your own tokens, there's wonderful advertising, there's ways to earn. Folks, as the community grows from 500,000 to 1 million to 2 million to 5 million to 10 million, Just imagine if each and every one of those people had 1, 2, 3, 400 Asimi. Just imagine if a whole bunch of those people said, I want 10,000, I want 50,000, I want 100,000 Asimi. Each and every referral that you make, folks, could become the tipping point to a domino effect of a price explosion. And I'm not saying that's going to happen. What I am saying is a wider use case for the hashing ad space community is what's going to drive this price. So be proud of what Luke has built. Be proud of what you are contributing to, because this, again, as I say in the webinar, you are part of something special. And I know I can speak for Luke when we both say, thanks for what you've done, but it truly is just the beginning. Luke, Jeremy has a good question about when's the best time to purchase the premium ads like the 250 by 250. Those are limited in availability. Is that correct, Luke?
Yeah, that's right. So I think there's no best time. The best thing to do is to put yourself on the waiting list, and you will receive an email when one becomes available. And we basically just go down the list and we let people know. We normally let sort of 5 people know at a time and say, hey, there might be one available now. And then it's first in best dressed to buy that. At the moment, there's probably about 40 people on the wait list. But if you put yourself on the wait list there, then I'm sure at some point in the future, you'll get the opportunity to be able to snag one of those positions.
Good. And then last question. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Luke.
I was just going to say, I can see that question there from Colin about the hash burn-in Asimi. Yes. So the Asimi burn-in is still active. And I guess a couple of small things have changed in that the burning mechanism for Asimi is on the login ad. And the login ad, we decided to actually use as a promotional tool for the monthly winners and things like that. And so what's happened is the amount of Asimi that is actually used to purchase the login ad has gone down a little bit because some of those days are promo. So what we've been talking about is how do we actually make this even more powerful than just the login ad. And I've been talking with our economists. We've actually probably got, we've put a lot of hours into our economy modeling recently. For this year, we want to make some changes that are really in the best interests of Asimi tokens. And there's some sort of tough decisions that we have to make. And one of them is about burning Asimi tokens. And our economist's recommendation is that we need to increase the Asimi burn a lot. And that's something that I'm behind as well. I think that the more we can burn, the better. If you're not familiar with burning, it sounds like an aggressive word, but what it really does is just reduce the amount of Asimi that would ever be able to be used. And the less Asimi there is, the more, well, there can be a correlation with, a higher Asimi price. So that's still in the works there, Colin. It's something that we definitely have not forgotten about. We understand the mechanics there and what we want to achieve. So there will be changes this year that will actually increase that burn pretty significantly.
Good. I don't see any other questions. I do have one, and I hope I don't get in trouble for asking you, Luke. Luke, do you see a point where perhaps there might be some rank assigned to what people have as far as Asimi tokens and perhaps a little bit of an incentive to get to the next level of ownership or anything like that?
Yes, I do. I do see that, Clint. I know that you do too. So, okay. So let's talk a little bit about the next thing that we want to implement, which will be rolled out. There's 2 major things that we're going to be implementing. One is to do with Asimi minters and basically assigning an Asimi achievement rank. And so you'll be able to achieve certain ranks by your minting, and it's we'll have some benefits by achieving certain ranks, but even more so than benefits, it's nice to sort of have that prestige, if you will, about being a certain level, and people can sort of achieve different levels as they grow their Asimi holdings. And so that is something that we'll be rolling out soon. That's going to be fun. And like I said, there is some really cool benefits that we won't disclose just yet there, Clint, but we will roll them out, and you'll see that not only by earning more, by minting more, but you'll also start to get some different benefits by hitting those different achievement ranks. Something else that I wanted to touch on today is a big part of this change, I think, is we want to change the messaging around hashing ad space a little bit. And so the new look hashing ad space will be launching pretty soon. We are working on it every day. So I'm hoping that it will roll out in the next week or so. And so what we'll be doing there is coupling this new Asimi minting system, this decentralized earning, and a new look and face for hashing ad space, and then actively getting out there and promoting hashing ad space to the broader crypto community. So that's the play that we've got here. That's all part of the same sort of direction. And so you'll expect to see that. I'll send out some emails so it's not a shock. You don't try and log in one day and it looks completely different. But I will send out some emails as we get close to that. But that is definitely coming as well. I can see another question here from Colin. Yeah, there is a maximum Asimi ad view there in the view to earn. It is 1/10 of 1 Asimi per view. We actually were talking about this today, Colin. I'm not sure if it's just a coincidence, but we might adjust that. Let's just see what we can do for Asimi. That's a pretty high level if we can get Asimi up a little bit, but something that we can revisit. But yeah. We've got some changes coming to the view to earn system there that are not only surrounding the click value, but also trying to incentivize advertisers to really try and get on the first page. So not just the top 50 results, but the first 10 results. That's where we want advertisers to really try and achieve that ranking. Similar to Google advertising, you don't want your ad on the second page, right? You want to be in that first page ranking. That's what it's all about. And so we've got some ideas that we're going to bring to the view to earn system to incentivize advertisers to get to that rank. And then also the viewers there'll be some different prizes and things that we're going to launch for the viewers. And I can see another one there. There are, I believe, I'll have to check, but I believe there is some Asimi silver coins. We had just a handful of Asimi silver coins left. You could go and check there they're for sale on the Hashing Ad Space Getting Started Guide website. You'll see the Asimi link there, and you can click on that. And if there's stock, then yes, they are for sale. Oh, you've got yours right there, Clint. Nice. Yeah.
Right on my desk. I look at it every day.
So something amazing. Yeah. Yeah. That was a big, another big step forward, something that we really wanted to build. So I know a lot of people really love that silver coin, and it's come out, honestly, the minters, the actual silver mint did a fantastic job of creating those coins. Okay, there's yours as well. Amazing.
Okay.
Excellent. Yeah, no, they're beautiful.
Yeah, and it looks like there's another question. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
It does look like there's another question about moving Asimi from hashing ad space to your Asimi Waves wallet. Absolutely, you want to do that. Remember, there is a very, very small $1.95 withdrawal fee, so people aren't requesting withdrawals of 10 Asimi and things like that. But yes, sitting in your hashing ad space wallet, that's great. You can use it to buy advertising, and of course, we do encourage that. But once you've acquired enough Asimi in there, you do want to withdraw that and get it into your Waves Asimi wallet so that you can have that as part of your registration amount and earn even more Asimi for that.
Yeah, and let me just talk on that a little bit there, Clint, because you did mention the Waves fee before, and this $1.95 withdrawal fee. So a lot of the reason that for a lot of minters, paying for your Waves fee so that you get the automated payments to your minting wallet so that you have that's going to be a cost saving for most people. If you were ever withdrawing from Hashing Ad Space more than one time a year, then pretty much it's cheaper just to mint and pay your Waves fees and have those deposits directly into your wallet because you never have to withdraw then. So I think that it's actually a positive step as far as fees. We don't actually charge a fee. Okay, that Waves fee, that is the Waves blockchain fee. That is not us charging that fee. We're simply passing on for the user to get that automated payment. Now, regarding your Asimi that's in hashing ad space, yes, withdraw it to your Waves wallet, then you will see that balance once it's in there. So the minting system is separate. That also reminds me of what you mentioned before there, Clint, about the view to earn system. So the minting system is separated. Your own Asimi, you keep that in your own wallet. The other things that we offer, the other services like the view to earn system, commissions, surveys, anything like that, advertising, that's all still being done within hashing ad space itself. So if you're earning commissions and you want to then use that for advertising, you do all of that within hashing ad space exactly the same as it was. If you're watching ads in the view to earn system, you'll get paid directly to your wallet there. You can log in, stake there. You know, there's all of that function still exists at hashing ad space, but the minting system now is set up where if you want to earn with the minter, you need to withdraw your Asimi and then do it from your own wallet. And should I just answer these next questions here?
Sure.
Thanks, Beverly. Thank you. Thanks for being part of the team here and being with us since the start. I've got another question here. If you turn the button to off, so we're talking about the minting status button, I believe. This is allowed for a while until you wish to send it to your wallet. No, it is not, Robert. So if you turn the button to off, we will no longer read your wallet balance. So the minting status tells the system that you want us to go and read your wallet balance and to assign you an ad minting limit and then pay you daily. That's what the minting status button does. If you switch it to off, then we will no longer read the wallet balance, which means you will no longer get an ad view value and you will not get paid. So it is, we're not keeping anyone's Asimi. The minting is 100% dispersed every single day. So the full payment is going to get paid. And if you have your account set up, then part of that payment will go to you. If you don't have it set up, then the other minters earn it. That's one of the exciting and competitive parts to minting, is that everyone is kind of in competition with each other, if you will, because the amount is fixed and it's distributed among all of the participants. So it means that if somebody doesn't mint for the day, everyone else earns a little bit extra. And so that's one of the exciting sort of parts to minting, where people are trying to get as much Asimi as you can so you can earn as much as you can. And so, yeah, we've set that up exactly how it is so that, if you're not minting, then everyone else earns that. Hope that makes sense. And from Trevor, will you be creating new capture pages, promotional materials? Yes, absolutely. So what we're doing is, Trevor, what we've got going right now, as I mentioned, is the new look for hashing ad space. The new look for hashing ad space, the landing pages, in my opinion, are far superior, and you will have access to all of that. So it's a slightly different messaging, but I really think that it's more of a mainstream, if you will. You can't see my commas, my little fingers there, but it feels a little more mainstream, and I think that people will be able to find, in my opinion, on the website, feel more comfortable with it, so that what a lot of the vision for the change in look for hashing ad space is to move it away from sort of a make money online look, which you might be familiar with other businesses and websites, and more into more of a professional sort of website that feels like, hey, this, in my opinion, looks and feels like a real business, which is what we're really building here. And so we've gone to sort of great lengths to give it that look. So along with that, you'll see some new marketing materials, and also people that are part of the hashing, so that got the hashing ad space pro funnel over at Funnel Bundle. There's a brand new funnel coming for them as well. So that's going to be really exciting as well, because that's going to include all sorts of really powerful features like your contact management system and all of that as well. So there's lots coming from the promotional side. Definitely something that we want to get set up and get people out there promoting. That's a big part of our strategy has been affiliates, and we really appreciate everyone's efforts to go out there and spread the word around hashing ad space. It's been really great to grow to nearly 500,000 members and almost do it entirely through affiliates. So it's you guys really that have spread that word and help us grow and to build this community. And so we're very appreciative of that. And we definitely want to support you guys with more marketing materials in the very near future.
And I just want to follow up on that, Luke. Thanks a lot for that. I just want to follow up just a little bit in that, you know, we're all involved in affiliate marketing here, I'm sure. And so you sell, you know, an ebook, or you sell a product, or you sell a CBD oil or something, great. You make a commission, great. The company makes a commission, everything's wonderful. But I just want you to think about the impact of your efforts when you refer people to Hashing Ad Space. It's kind of like a rising tide lifts all boats kind of a system, because when one of your referrals does something in the community, it creates a little tiny bit more value. But then as that person and their referrals acquire a little bit more Asimi, either through V2E or preferably purchasing, that helps everyone to achieve a higher Asimi price. And of course, it's minuscule, but you just never know. You just never know how your efforts, and that person that you referred somebody else, and then they bring in someone that's a monster player. They love the minting process, and they buy 500,000 Asimi. Who knows? But the point is, you have an impact on the success of this community. And I don't know if I've ever really been in any of a situation like this in all my years in affiliate marketing, where truly you can help that tide lift all boats to a higher Asimi price by referring more people to the community. And it really is something that's kind of unique in this day and age, and something that I'm just absolutely proud to be associated with.
Excellent. Thanks, Clint. I think that's, we've come to the end of all of our questions here. If anyone has any other questions before we close out the call.
And then I am recording this. Looks and good, we'll, yeah, I'll get this, Luke, over to you for, you know, loading to the YouTube page, you know, when you have time to do that. And then we'll make sure we post that so that you can share it with your team and your friends, and, you know, just let people know the story. And we'll do our best to help answer questions, make things simple to use and understand. And as you can tell, Luke is always coming up with new things to benefit you and benefit the community. And don't forget to check out the roadmap. There's a vision, okay? Luke has a vision here, folks. It's not just a random walk series of things. It truly is a vision, and you're seeing these things play out day to day to day, and it's pretty exciting. Good, I think we're done. Anything else, Luke, that you can think of?
You know what? I think, well, let me just close, I guess, by, again, thanking everyone for taking the time to get on the call today, and also support all of the things that we do roll out. Like you're saying, Clint, you know, we're constantly evolving. It feels like, you know, a lot of businesses just build a business and then that's it. But we're in this constant motion of development and innovating and really trying to improve and make this something great. And we've had so much support for all of the projects and everything that we've brought out so far. And so I definitely want to say thank you to all of the members for doing that. And like Clint says, you know, not only can you help the whole community by going out there and sharing Hashing Ad Space with other people, but you can really help the other person, and you can help yourself with these commissions, because especially now with just that confidence and flexibility with minting, all of the free earning opportunities with absolutely no risk to anyone to go out there and earn in surveys, earn watching ads, and even with Asimi Play now and the games that we'll be rolling out further. You know, all of that is allowing people just to make a little something from home, and you can also get a commission doing that. And so that's really a big part of our push now for affiliates, is that win-win affiliate opportunity. You don't have to go and sell things to people. You don't have to go and ask them to spend a lot of money. You just have to let them know about the way that they can earn something from home, earn that, you know, substitute their income, or even replace their income if they really want to push. Something that is very interesting that probably a lot of people don't know is that the #1 earners in Hashing Ad Space are minters. So really going above and beyond and hitting that #1 spot in minting, that's where you can earn huge amount of income. And that's achievable for anyone if they really want to put their mind to it. Second place to that is promoting advertising products. The second top earners in hashing ad space, they sell advertising products. They go out there and they find people that need leads and sales for their businesses, and they recommend hashing ad space advertising as a way that they can earn. And as a result, they earn huge commissions, like Clint said, up to 50% commissions, which is just a huge amount, dozens, tens of thousands of Asimi a month is what these people are earning. So there's two really powerful ways that you can get started depending on maybe the direction you want to go. But my favorite way to earn or as an affiliate, is to actually promote the minting, because the minting, you get paid every single day for other people earning during the minting. You get that 10%, that gets paid to your wallet there. And that's really very simple. And a lot of people are enjoying, a lot of people that joined at the start of hashing ad space are still earning minting commissions every single day since we started. Every day they get hit with a minting commission in their wallet for doing absolutely, that's Clint's putting his hand up there. And that's because it's a sort of a set and forget affiliate opportunity where you recommend a service, the person starts making money so they don't quit, and you get paid 10% every day as a result of their minting activity. So that's, if you're watching this video right now and you're thinking, how do I get started? How do I really make a lot of money in hashing ad space? You need to get started minting for sure, because there's so much profits there. And it's really, really simple. You can just do it from your own wallet. It takes 5 to 10 minutes a day and you get paid. Then if you're interested in affiliate marketing, go and recommend that minting to other people. Go and recommend some of the other free services to other people. And if you're really into marketing and you already have a list, promote the leads and sales opportunity. Okay, promote the advertising, because there's a huge amount of money to be made there as well. So I just wanted to close with that, give you some actionable ideas on what it is that you should start doing today, because I think that there's so much opportunity. That's why we built this business, to help people make money from home, to help them earn doing simple tasks, or earn by getting leads and sales for their businesses and having that advertising lead source. So that's, always been the mission. And so that is why we do all of this development and really keep bringing out these new tools and ideas. So thanks so much, everyone, for being here, because I certainly appreciate it. I know Clint does as well. The whole team does. And that's me, Clint. I think I'm finished. I've talked a lot in this call. We've already been here for an hour. So thanks so much for hosting it as well, Clint. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, you betcha. I want to thank everybody for coming in, and we'll try and we are back now on a weekly schedule. I'll be talking to Luke about some topics, and if there are some things I want to cover, some trading strategies, things like that. I've got a couple of other ideas that we'll cover in these weekly webinars. So try and attend. I think we'll probably stay with this time frame, maybe expand a little bit, but if there are some suggestions you have as to what you'd like to see covered in the webinars, just, post to Facebook and we'll see what we can do. But we want to meet with you, get your feedback as we do in these webinars. We always record them and then, of course, post to the Hashing Ad Space YouTube channel. So again, thanks, everybody. Have a fantastic Wednesday, and I think we're out of here. Thank you.
All right. See you guys.